Hey, what's happening, man? What is up, my home peoples? What's up? So, hey, Bob. The feed to the studio on mic number 2. Can you take that off, please? It's like the second one from the bottom or something. A little orange or red. Hello. What's up? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, welcome to the another edition of UplateAustin. So did you see the 10,000 Hours band just now, man? That's kind of cool. Those guys are hanging out with, who was that? Whose record label was they on? They were on,
It was on at the GNS Lounge.
yeah.
Freddie Steady's
Freddie Steady.
record label.
Freddie Steady, that's the one. You know, Freddie Steady's
record label was putting them on out there.
over at the GNS Lounge, which is a cool little place over on South First, if you ever get out there and do it. And then, of course, most venerable land of the rising sun. Poor guys, man. Excuse me. Oh, so terrible. But we always wanted to say a big hey ups to the people who are doing things for the Japan support groups out there. Even our own dear friend Burton Turner is even at this moment devising a way to have a concert featuring, was it Detroit 7 and the Pillows and a couple other bands that he helps deal with, through like South by Southwest Japan night and all that stuff, South by Southwest, ladies and gentlemen. Just happened to put the t-shirt on. Love that one. Big ups to Tammy. If you know who Tammy is, Tammy designed this one, and it glows in the dark too. And so have I on occasion. On occasion. But we won't talk about that. That's not what we're coming to talk about. We're not talking about that at all. Well, not in these parts. So, hello. So, there's all kinds of stuff that's been happening, man. You guys been out to the new backyard yet? Were you at the Arcade Fire show, man? Whew, everybody else was. I tell you what, there's a whole lot of people out there, and a whole bunch of things going on at Stubbs, man. Big Stubbs, lots of big ups over there, man. Those guys are great. And who else? Austin Music Hall, of course. Austin Music Hall. Big ups to Austin Music Hall folks. And Lozano Rosa, of course. Those guys are great. I was talking with a friend of mine, the lovely Bobby T, and he and I remembering, way back in the old days when Lozano Rosa first came out. Man, they had a really slamming little restaurant there on the side. And then they, changed up as things do, but even still, it's a really cool place to go check out a live show. Say hi to the folks over there from the Mad Mexican whenever you go that way. And don't act a fool when you talk about it and say, hey, I'm friends with the dude. And then, that just doesn't look nice, man, Hey, we saw your friend. So anyway, so there's that. What else? All kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff on people's cell phones, man. Everybody's twittering and talking and Facebooking and talking about this and hitting up people on that, man. And are you out there, people? Do you know who you're calling to, texting to? Can you figure out what life is showing you? Do you know? Because I got no idea, man. Shoot. If you know me by any means, man, shoot. We're just pedaling as fast as we can, It's like that scene in what do you call it? Where he goes, what are you doing? You're trying to run a newspaper around here? He goes, I have no idea how to run a newspaper. I'm just doing everything that I can think of. That's all I can, We're just doing all we can think of. So speaking of all we can think of, I think, hey, Bob. So what's next in the lineup over there, buddy? Okay, cool. Well, Bob's over there contemplating the the criteria of what's happening. I do gotta say, man, hey, well, two quick high school notes, real quick. Austin High Band. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Austin High Band got up on stage the other night. Well, it's been a couple of weeks now, but got up on stage the other night with the Railroad Revival Tour. Boy, say that 5 times fast. Which there's another one coming up too with Hank Williams III and Reverend Horton Heat. But yeah, it was Mumford and Sons and Old Crow Medicine Show, and that dude with the Edward Sharp and his Magnetic Zeros. I like that name, Magnetic Zeros. But anyways, it was a really great show, man. It was like 5, 6, 7,000 people there, man, and everybody was cool, man, and nothing happened, and it was great. One person overheated, I think. One guy, just like a token town drunk kind of guy, just had to go and pee on a bus, and then he tried to pee on a squad car, and well, he got the full treatment. But even still, it was very nice. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But one guy out of like 6,000 people, you got to love that, because everybody keeps talking about the South by Southwest stuff. And going through and saying, man, it was so crazy, and it was. I mean, we talked about it here at length at points, and folks who watched this before, we've talked about that. But at this one, man, God, there's a whole bunch of people, man, and it was great. It was fantastic. Everything was spot on. The music was great. Oh, and the Austin High Band. See how it comes around? See? Get it all the way back out there. Come all the way back out there. Okay. So they come up on stage with Mumford and Sons, the big finale, man. It was like, "Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, good night." And they're sitting there, like Tusk, with the Fleetwood Mac, and they got the marching band there, the Trojan, Army band, out there in California, Fleetwood Mac. Anyways, so the Austin High Band is up on there, man, and it was so cool because at one point the singer goes, "Hey, man, Mr. Lighting Dude, kick on the lights and let it show the kids what we're really talking about." Because we told them there was a whole lot of people here, but we wanted them to really see it. And they kicked on the lights, when it goes back on the crowd. And you can see those kids go, "Oh, oh my God." You can see their heads just, But again, how cool is that? I mean, it's just amazingly cool. The other one, high school note I got, because I had two. The other one, real quick, is I believe it's Covington Junior High, or Covington High School, I think is what it is. It's the one out north, Connolly.
Reagan played with Kanye West. I think it was Reagan.
Reagan? Reagan High School?
Reagan.
One of the high schools, maybe possibly Reagan played with Kanye West?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Seahome.
Oh, did the Seahome Power Plant thing?
I think it was Reagan.
Radical. I like the Seahome Power Plant, man. I spent some time out there. Really cool place. I like that. Excuse me. But, Connolly High School out north there. They have a, drama department, choir department, how high schools do, or, try to, because, that's the stuff that gets cut first or not supported by the district. Terrible. Anyways, so these kids, man, in their little film class or club, I'm not sure which, maybe both, they made this little short film and they entered it into the Cannes Film Festival, Jack. In France, the Cannes Film Festival in France, and people talk about, "Hello, darling, we're here at the Cannes Film Festival," blah, blah, blah. Well, there's the Cannes Film Festival, but I think it's more like a Mexican kind of thing. I don't know, people talk about that. No. So anyway, these kids are getting to go, man, like a handful of kids, and their leader, their fearless leader, Umberto, who I met, at a show one night, and we were talking, sitting there between shows, and so, "Hey, man, how you doing?" "It's pretty good." Just watching the band. "Yeah, it's great." And so what do you do? He goes, "Oh, yeah, actually, I'm a teacher." I was like, "Oh, that's great, man. You're a wonderful teacher." I said, "What do you teach?" He's like, "Well, I help the kids with these film projects and stuff like that, blah, 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 and they're kind of kids at risk." And, really need to, have some sort of options shown to them in their life. I mean, if all you ever see, again back to the Plato's cave, I mean, if all you see is a certain aspect of life, and you never get a chance to see that, oh, you know what? There's other parts of. I mean, it's a big, there's all, there's people who live at the lake, man. There's people who live in the middle of the city, people who live on the country, people who live in the suburbs. There's all kinds of aspects just of the city life. So, anyways, these kids have put together a little short film, and I saw a thing on News 8. They weren't in a blurb about it, so I'm sure if you go to their website, I'm sure if you type in Austin, Texas High School Cannes Film Festival, 2011, I bet you that sucker will come up, man. You know what I mean? So again, big ups and more power to you, man. More power to you. Very, very cool.